What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Z here at A3C, and right next to me, one of my favorite producers in the game and a regular on our homepage, Statik Selektah. How you doing, man?
What up, man? Good to finally meet you, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Your buzz over the last few years has kind of reached all-time highs. A lot of artists wanting to work with you, and it's obvious why you're on top of your game. Where do you feel you are at right now, and are you at where you want to be?
I mean, the love is crazy. But, I mean, I'm never going to – I don't think any producer should ever say they're exactly where they want to be. Okay. Even if it's like a Kanye, a Timbaland, dudes that have made their legacy. I mean, there's certain dudes like Primo and Dre that got nothing to prove, but I'm far from it, man. Like, I think I got a lot of records about to come out, you know, with everyone from Consequence to Sheek Louch to Nas to Noriega to Freddie Gibbs. I got so many records about to come out. You know, the 1982 drops October 26th, which I think helps show me as like more of a producer that can do a whole album. I mean, obviously I've done my albums, but this is like one artist's album, you know what I mean? So it's like me and Term the whole time, like some Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Gangstar type vibe. And that's definitely what I'm trying to show the world, that I can artistically do a solid project, you know, consistently.
Let's actually talk about the 1982 album, because the days are far gone where you see a one MC, one producer project. Is it more or less difficult to work with only one individual on a project than, per se, like get into the studio and work with multiple artists?
I mean, I think it's a lot easier, and it's chemistry too. Like me and Term, we go back, you know, like 15 years. Wow. And at the same time, though, like I just met Freddie Fox for the first time less than a year ago, and we just finished the album too, and me and Sean Price got an album coming, and me and Souls of Mischief, and me and me and Joe Scudder. There's so many projects coming, but the difference between that and what me and Term did is we have like a history, and the fans really demanded it. So us doing an album was kind of a competition with each other to, you know, he brought his best rhymes and I brought my best beats, and I think at the end of the day it's gonna be one of the best albums of the decade, hopefully.
I hope so too. Now, you're talking about all these artists that you're working with. You ever feel like you spread yourself too thin? I know you're working with all these artists, and you also have a gig at satellite radio. I mean, do you get sleep? I mean, what's your non-working time like?
I don't have it. I mean, for as long as I can remember, hip hop's been my girlfriend, my wife, my everything, man. Like, I don't really have free time. You know what I mean? And if I do, I just make more music. So it's like my schedule is completely consumed by radio, production, touring. I mean, the label, you know, the label politics. I show off records is my thing. I got a couple partners in that, but like for the most part, you know, I do all the mixing, mastering of everything we put out. So it's really all studio and touring, man. But I love it. That's what, you know, that's what I signed up for.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, the big project coming out later this month is your 1982 project. What else can your fans and readers of DJBooth.net expect from you into 2011? Because it's only a few short months away.
I mean, really, my goal at the middle of this year, pretty much my goal for 2010 was to be on everybody's album, and I'm really happy to say that I'm almost on everybody's album. Yeah, like I had a chance to work with Kanye on his album. I did some little, you know, drums here and there on a couple records. Me and Nas have done a couple records recently. Consequence, obviously, I've always been working with him. We did a bunch of stuff for his album and his mixtapes. He got a new mixtape about to come out. I got a record on Evidence's album, a record on Noriega's Super Thug album. I got a record on Sheek Louch's album coming out December 7th. I got a record on Styles' album. I could go on and on, man. Seven Esoteric, shout out to them. I've known them for a good 15 years. Like, obviously, my man Rex's album's about to come out, the 1982 album. There's a lot of records. Like, I know I'm forgetting 20 things. Like, plus, shout out to Cali. He got his EP out. I produced most of that. My man JFK got his shit coming. There's a lot of music coming, man. For real. Everything from R&B. Like, I just did the Josh Xanthus Ghostface Killer record. Yep. I got a lot of R&B. Shout out to Jared Evan, too. We got some stuff coming. That's just too much to name, honestly. I should walk around with like a list so when I do interviews I got it, but I just want to, you know, shout out to all the fans. Shout out to all the critics. I go on DJ Booth and see the comments, and it's real honest. So I'd rather hear someone break down why they do or don't like something than just have someone be like dope or like whack. I'd rather hear like why you don't like it, and I might take it in consideration, you know?
Or a comment like first, or your mama, or how about the Lakers game last night? That doesn't really help anybody. The better question really is,
How about the Celtics game? How about that?
the better question is, who is not working with this man? The answer is nobody. A3C here in Atlanta, DJBooth.net with Statik Selektah. Peace, everybody.